a good guy. What do you get when you combine a wannabe Andrew Tate clone with a low IQ pick-me? Well, you get Pearl Davis. And I know you've probably heard of her by now, whether it—
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you didn't already know, act like you know, because it's that as us. So let's hop right into this video. So today we are going to be reacting to how disgusting YouTuber Pearl made 98% of the internet hate her. So before we hop in, you already know what to do. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's just hop right into it.
Tell me that a guy that has women throwing themselves at him 24/7 had to rape somebody? That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I don't think.
Women coming
No, I don't think.
No, she was not always like this.
Oh, is that somebody from her personal life?
Into a more radical viewpoint.
Money is more important to them than doing the right thing.
Like, why are we in a society where we can say what speech is allowed and what speech isn't allowed?
Fame, clout, and money.
I think that feminism overall was a bad thing.
You don't think women should get the right to vote?
No, I don't.
Oh, what?
Not saying Hitler was a good guy. What do you get when you combine a wannabe Andrew Tate clone with a low IQ pick-me? Well, you get Pearl Davis. And I know you've probably heard of her by now, whether it was from her infamous tweet or her song dedicated to the man Hitler himself. But today, we'll be discussing how Pearl is meeting a sad, painful, slow downfall through declining views, people from her own side attacking her, and her YouTube channel falling apart. So first, we'll go through a brief history of Pearl's most infamous moments. And there's a lot. Then we'll discuss her satisfying, well-deserved downfall.
First of all, I thought Pearl was already out of here. Like, I hadn't heard about her in months, and maybe because I'm just not on that side of YouTube, or, you know, maybe I just haven't been, like, in it. But yeah, I always thought she was very odd, and it has nothing to do with her appearance or anything, but with just what she was, what it seemed like was she was just regurgitating a lot of what other people were saying, especially the people that weren't so fond of women. So, yeah, I thought she was already out of here, but let's see.
Pearl Davis was born and raised as a Roman Catholic. She grew up with 9 siblings. And okay, before we get started on all the pathetic, horrible things she said, I feel like it's only fair to mention the good things she's done.
Oh, she does.
Okay,
good?
Now let's get to the bad things. Pearl erupted into internet.
I did not catch that for a second. It took me a couple of seconds to catch that when she went silent. Because I was like, it literally shocked me. Like, she did something good. I've only heard bad things about her. Only.
Since a few years ago, and she used YouTube Shorts to gain almost 2 million subscribers. She is a conservative, but not your average one. No, she's about as far right as you can get. Anti-feminist, anti-Jewish, anti-black, pro-slavery, etc. One of the first times Pearl saw some major backlash was when she tweeted this banger: 16-year-old chicks are hotter than 26-year-olds. I mean, I don't understand why anyone would get offended by that. It's not like 16-year-olds is under... It's not like she's sexualizing
She's weird.
I mean, do I really have to explain why this is wrong? She ended up deleting the tweet later, according to Insider. But you can't hide the evidence. We all know what you think. And she was also featured on a Pierre Morgan's Uncensored show because of her song about Hitler and Jews.
Now, I'm not saying Hitler was a good guy.
She later claimed this song was just about free speech, but she's smirking in the video, and she's trying so hard to gaslight everyone. She's like this one kid I babysit one time who knocked over her sister's magnet block tower, and when her sister started crying, she simply said, "It was the wind." We were inside. Pearl loves Twitter a lot. She loves gym photos, which of course aren't bad in itself. I love the gym. It's the first place I go in my free time. But she makes me ashamed to say that. Here's one tweet. My sister is fat, so I text her motivation. Am I mean? Then it's her messaging her sister, trying to shame her into going to the gym. What a loving family relationship. Pearl hates feminism, doesn't want women to vote, and as she says herself, women should only be moms, etc. Her entire argument is that the only purpose of women is to have kids. So I guess, Pearl, go take care of your non-existent kids or tend to your non-existent husband. In some ways, I pity Pearl. She desperately wants attention and validation from people like Andrew Tate, Sneeko, etc. that hate her and everything she's about her. She's a woman, she loves to speak her mind, she's not married, no kids, etc. Yet she sucks up to them constantly. Maybe we'll see a Pearl redemption era eventually. Anyway, you might already know about Pearl, because she's pretty infamous. She hosts the Pre-Game Show podcast, which in last year she was sued by a former podcast guest for international exploitation and humiliation.
Ooh.
Garvey, who worked on the podcast, has claimed she allegedly paid black creators unfairly on the show. She would later copyright strike the man who called her out for this. Pearl has many unpopular opinions.
Sorry, but if you're a black creator and you went on that show, and sure, if you had conservative views, but you know how she feels about black people, and you went on there, especially expecting to be paid fairly and treated fairly, that's an oxymoron. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. The lady don't even like you, and you're there, and you're expecting, in her eyes, it's unreasonable, because she don't even like you. Deep that. Oh my God.
She also thinks divorce should be legal, which she later argues marriage is a good thing, so she doesn't make much sense. Does she not realize that by making divorce legal, it's going to make marriage much, much more unlikely to happen? She also seems to defend slavery and slave rape.
Didn't say bad things about their owners after they were free. I can't say, hey, these slaves had a good relationship with their owners
Because
without
it's
getting...
not true. Because it's just not true.
I mean, how could you say something like that? So delusional.
Very.
It's like, how is this woman real? I think feminism overall was a bad thing.
You don't fuck with women's suffrage?
No.
What?
You don't think women should get the right to vote?
No, I don't.
Like,
Me. But Pearl never seemed to actually face consequences for any of these actions, as YouTube decided not to punish her yet. It would be one fateful video that Pearl would post that would change that forever. It was a sunny day wherever Pearl decided to film, and she walked up to some teenagers and asked them very sexual questions. She later decided it would be smart to post this online on her channel, cutting out certain parts to make the teenagers look as bad as possible to appeal to her audience. The families and friends of the girls responded, and eventually YouTube got involved, demonetizing Pearl. Why can't we not be racist? Chirp, 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 crickets. Because my entire personality is shoving other girls down, so guys can maybe pick me, but they never do.
They never do.
Bad L for Pearl. Pearl
Never
did not
do.
like this, big surprise there, and ended up tweeting a message where she begs Elon Musk to buy YouTube as well, so she can get her money back.
What?
Big fat L. Now, why does Pearl act this way? Some say it's because she sees herself as an unattractive person, and jealous of other women, therefore taking it out on them. That's just a theory, though. Throughout most of her career, Pearl has used shock value to get what she wants so desperately, clout and attention. Problem is, though, shock value doesn't stay for that long.
Right.
And so she's falling off. User declining quickly. Tick, tick, tick. Her time in the spotlight is fading. But it's more complicated than that. So let's get into it. Pearl is a hateful, wannabe Andrew Tate clone in a woman's body. She lives off rage and hatred. She lives off channels like me or anyone else talking about her. Preferably a much bigger channel, obviously, but you get what I'm saying. Eventually, people get tired of hearing the crazy thing Pearl said. Twitter stops pushing her garbage advice out, and she stops trending everywhere. Less podcast guest appearances, less attention overall. And with her shorts getting less than 30 likes over a day, Pearl is clearly not what she used to be. Now she's just a sad, forgotten pick-me that no, quote, alpha man will ever pick. Because tough truth, an alpha male or whatever doesn't want a woman who preaches this on podcasts and interviews. They want a helpful woman who has kids and works in the kitchen. She basically has become the thing she hates the most.
Exactly.
A woman with an opinion. A hated opinion.
Money is more important to them than doing the right
Ooh.
thing. And it's a very different world because fame, clout, and money are the motivation in social interactions.
And you know what? You never had integrity. Please stop yapping about nothing.
Please.
And take the Sigma music out because nothing you're saying is even relative to being Sigma, I guess. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, viewer. This took me forever to make. Sorry it took so long.
It's okay,
I don't
girl.
know why this took so
I
long for
enjoyed
me
it.
to make. Please subscribe. It really helps.
So, you know, good job to Coco Crazy. This was her video. Honestly, I thought she oh, I'm finding it. I'm trying to be nice. I'm finding it. I really thought that she just crawled into, you know, a little hole and just decided to be mute. And I don't want her to be per se, but I feel like she really should seek help. She should seek therapy. Because if it were not for women's suffrage, you know, us getting the right to vote, all this stuff. Girl, you wouldn't even have a platform. And you're not even doing the things that you're saying other women should do. Where is your cooking content? And, you know, this is not me trying to give you ideas, girl. But where is your cooking in the kitchen content being silent, only being made to do that? Where are your kids that you said that all women should be having and only taking care of them and staying home? Girl, practice what you preach. Practice what you preach, okay? It's giving very much hypocrite, and it's giving very much a cookie that nobody's gonna give you a cookie, girl. It's over. It's over. Anyways, have you guys heard of this woman before? And if so, where? And let me know what you guys thought about this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Damn, that plane is low. Woo, bye.